Hi, everyone. Welcome to Humanity Matters. This is December the 6th, 2011. It is the Christmas, Kwanzaa, and, of course, Hanukkah month. So a little bit later, you may hear a little something about that. And I did a little blooper, technically, already before I was on the show, and I'm hoping that won't mess me up. I have 3 different clips that I'm going to be showing later tonight, 3 breaks. And I was supposed to fill out a piece of paper, but I kind of messed up. So hopefully that won't mess me up. If it does, hey, blame it on the Albert, because sometimes I make mistakes. The other thing is, I want to make an announcement that hopefully Chris Weiss will be calling a little later. But for the most part, we are going to start taking calls around the 30-minute mark, and that is because I want to make the episode always go a little bit smoother and give enough time to myself and my co-host to speak to the guest without possibly changing topics and without getting rid of the flow. There's a certain flow. So I wanted to say that. Also, I wanted to let you know Humanity Matters has been renewed. Starting in January, we will go with our next 6-month run. It will be Tuesday, the first Tuesday, 6 p.m., unless there's a holiday or school closing. And also, we will still, as far as I know, remain on at 2 p.m. Wednesdays. So you can actually see, during the first week of the month, you actually get to see Humanity Matters twice in 2 days. 2 different times, 2 different days. And as a matter of fact, I want to let everyone who has access to the computer or through their smartphones or any other devices, you can always see Humanity Matters. There's over 370 clips up on my YouTube page, which is Albert Torcaso YouTube, etc., etc. And also, if you go to humanitymatters.org, you will see text. You will still see some clips, but mainly they are links, and that is because the server for my web uploading service has changed the way they upload. But you can consistently keep in touch with us. And as far as email is concerned, you would want to email me at actoraj2@gmail.com. With regards to Kathy and Annette, they are in the process of getting an email address. None of us are having good internet access at this time. However, I do want to say that you can watch us any time of the day online because it's archived. And don't forget, Tuesday at 6, the first Tuesday, and of course, 2 p.m. every Wednesday. And Chris is already on the phone. However, I did explain to Chris earlier that he's going to need to be on the phone for about 15 or 20 minutes. Now, at this time, I want to go ahead and officially introduce our guest. Chuck Page has returned with us, and we have our co-host, Annette Mendel, and our co-host, finally, after an extended absence, the one, the only, Kathy Gracie Ellen Payers in the house. Kathy Payers back in the house. And actually not the house, but the studio. So without any more delays, let's go ahead and start asking the questions for Chuck. And since it's wintertime, I will ask the first question. And I will hopefully not take Kathy's question, and hopefully not take Annette's question, or I may be even have less hair on my head if I do that. Next time you see me, I might be more bald. At any rate, I don't think that they're going to ask this question. So I'm going to ask this question. Chuck Page, during the off-season, the non-spring, summer, and fall, do you essentially rest? Do you have other things you do? Do you enjoy the time off? What happens to Chuck Page during the winter, essentially the winter months? Tell us about Chuck Page's life away from his business.
Okay. Thank you, Al, for having me
You're
on
welcome.
again. And when you have you're self-employed, there's lots of things to do. You have to, for me, when I want to change something, it has to be done in the winter. And this year we added a new sidewalk, with, made it a little bit bigger. And then if I have new products, I have to start getting the advertisement together and the costs. So I have to, figure out what I have to charge. And being self-employed, you have to start getting your tax information together. So I'm really busy all the time. I keep myself busy, and then I do repair things around the business and things around my home. So that's what I do.
Okay, you say you repair things in your home, so you're doing a lot of basically fixer-upper type stuff? Or?
Yeah, we had a bathroom remodel last year, and I'm just staining some of the wood and putting that all together again.
So what's life like at home? Generally, do you ever have time for yourself to just kick back, relax, and enjoy your achievements, or are you pretty much almost stressed all the time?
I'm not stressed all the time, but I keep busy. So
keep busy.
If I just don't want to do any work one day, I just sit back and.
Now you say you keep busy. Is that more of a need? Do you think that that's more of a need to keep busy, or I mean, I know that when you own a business, there's certain things, like you said, you have to do. But do you think you sometimes do it just because you don't know how I mean, it wouldn't be natural to you almost? You think some of that has to do with it? Or is Chuck able to just relax and kick back?
Sometimes I can kick back, but if you want to stay on top of things in business, you have to be changing things. That's what I think my philosophy is, that you have to have new products and just make yourself different so people want to come to your business.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that we're not allowed to advertise, so I'm not going to do that. But I can tell you that I like the way your business is run. We can't officially advertise, although I'm going to get you on a podcast where we can. But I will say I like the way you run your business. I've never had any issues or problems at your business. If I had any, I'm sure I would have been able to have them addressed. The only thing I don't like about your business is I don't like when winter comes, because I like going. But other than that, but you can't change the weather. I don't think you have a say in that. But I'll tell you what, when I go by there in the wintertime, this is a personal thought, but when I go by there in the winter and it's like, man, hurry up, winter, I want to get some ice cream. But that's just a personal thing. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and ask Yori to run the first clip. And the first clip is actually clip 1, or the first message, and it is, what is the meaning? So when Yori has time with that, and then when we come back, we'll see what happens. But we'll be back after this message. A little bit of inside television business. You're going to see me speaking about Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. And I'm going to be speaking about one subject in the tape roll. And then I'm going to have a little transition, it's called, where you go from one topic, scene, it could be a scene, it could be a topic, whatever it is. And you'll see a little break, and then I'll be talking about something totally different. And the reason is, I'm going to be doing about a total of about 6 minutes of tape rolls on this latest episode. And when I initially shot this clip, it was roughly 16 minutes. So what I'm going to do is utilize these important thoughts, these important subjects, and what I will do is I will have some of it for this episode and then future episodes, so that I will have a consistency that will keep bringing the thought and keep hopefully inspiring you, educating you, exciting you, and entertaining you all at the same time. But I wanted to share this with you. Now, most television shows don't do behind the scenes, for the most part. Sometimes, yeah, no, I mean, but sharing with the audience could be seen as unprofessional, unnecessary, but I don't look at you as an audience. I look at you as a family. Right there's a blooper. Now most shows, guess what? They're gonna edit that out. I, on the other hand, you know what? Your family. If we can't make a mistake in front of family, who can we make a mistake in front of? So I'm gonna leave it in there. Is it wrong? Is it unprofessional? Maybe. But do I care? No. Why? Because I care about you. I care about the subject, the content. I care about humanity. And humanity makes mistakes. If humanity didn't make mistakes, all we need is to look at how the planet is. We have wars, we have oppression, we have repression, we have poverty, we have hunger, we have death due to non-medical treatment. So the world makes mistakes. I can't pronounce the word all that well, but we are human. We make mistakes. That's what this show also has aspects of, trying to change and improve upon our mistakes so that they are no longer mistakes. But again, what I will be doing is you will see one area or topic, then you will see a transition, and then it will be totally different or somewhat different. I want to share that with you. Now I'm gonna get out of here. It's nighttime, and that's why you see a different type of video being shot. This is called night shot for those of you who do not have a camcorder or specialized equipment. It's called night shot, so I will appear differently. However, I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm doing what I must to further, hopefully, all of our lives into an improvement. In the meantime, everyone, we're going to be getting back very soon to the live portion of the show. But remember again, remember that you and humanity really does matter.
Hello everyone, I'm Annette Mendel, co-host of Humanity Matters, and we're here tonight with our special guest, Chuck Page. I want to ask Chuck a question. It might be rather stupid, but I'm going to ask him.
It's not a stupid question.
How much do you miss the ice cream business during the winter?
I miss the people, but when I'm working, I'm usually married to the business, so I have to be there 6 days a week, and they're 12-hour days, so they're long. But it's a nice business because it's a happy business. People are happy to be there, and we've been there so long and know a lot of the people, so it's like seeing friends, and I enjoy working with my employees. They are fun to work with, and so it's not as stressful as a lot of businesses are.
Uh-huh. I want to ask you, what do you and your family do special for the holidays?
We just have family over, just like probably with majority of Pittsburghers. We just have my brothers and sisters are all around here, and we all get together, and my mother's still living, and she comes over, and we just have a good old time.
Oh, that's great. I wanted to ask you, how can you get into the ice cream business? For anybody out there that's interested in starting a business in that line of work.
Well, I would think probably the best thing to do is get a job at an ice cream store. And then you're going to see if this type of work is for you or if it isn't. And there's enough, there's an organization I belong to, the National Ice Cream Retailers Association. They have people from all over the country, and you could join that. And then there's an annual convention. You could go down to that, and then you could meet people from different areas where they're more, they'll share their information about business. And if you walk up to a local ice cream store and you're thinking about opening a store around that person, they're probably not going to share their information with you very easily. But this organization, they're from all over the country, and they would tell you about, you could go see their stores, or you know, they would give you information you would need.
What's your favorite ice cream?
It changes. I was having vanilla milkshakes. That was my fancy last summer. Then I go to hot fudge sundaes with, I like to put Heath bar on it, pecans, strawberries, and hot fudge. And that's good. I like all that, the crunchiness and the hot and then the tang of the strawberries. That's what I was liking for a while too. It usually changes, but I love ice cream overall.
Yeah, I think we all do. Well, thank you, Chuck, for sharing that with us. I'm going to move on to Kathy Payer now. She has some questions for you, and I'm glad Kathy's here with us tonight.
Well, thank you, Annette. I was wondering, was it always your dream to have an ice cream shop?
I grew up, my grandfather started the business, and when I was in my early 20s, I went to college because I really didn't want to be in the ice cream business because of the long hours and just the long hours are really rough and not really pleasing. Okay. But I graduated from college, could not get a job in Pittsburgh, so I decided to start working in the family business. And then I wanted to stay in Pittsburgh, so I took over the business. And then my dad gave me more opportunity to make changes, and then I started to really like the business.
Oh, okay. Now, what food items sells the most in your like the hot foods?
Yeah, we have a really good steak hoagie, and it's ribeye meat. It's really good, and we toast the bun, and we have really good cheese on it. That does really well, and I have a really good hamburger. The hamburger that I use won some kind of award for tasting from some chefs, and it's just. But the ice cream is the
main one.
Yeah,
that's the main.
Yeah, right. Kathy, that's right.
I'm not sure, but what all flavors do you usually carry in the business?
We have it's all soft ice cream, and we can make probably about 25 flavors because of a machine I have. It adds the ice cream, and then you put flavoring in and mix it up, and there's a hole in the bottom of the cup, so you can almost make whatever flavor you want.
Oh, all right. That sounds interesting. Well, I really don't have that many questions to ask because I asked what I wanted to really know, and I'm glad you're here with us today. But we're going to go to another.